Hello. Guess what day it is? It is Thanksgiving Thursday. And we are here again. Welcome to August. Can you believe it? It is August. Yes, it is August. It is hot. It is summer. I hope you're having nice weather. We are having like 99 degrees right now. So it's heat wave. So guess what's going to happen? We're hoping in this August. Way up. Way up. You know, we started a series on the Single and Desire series. Now tonight, here we are back with Single with a Desire series because we are going to roll into this Thursday night popping. Yes, I am your host, Verona Willis-Brown. And it is a beautiful thing when I show up here on a Thursday because when I show up, I don't only show up for myself, I show up for you, all of you. I show up to serve you, and that's what we do. So we're going to have a brother tonight. Yes, that's what we are going to do tonight because we are going to go into stuff. So now, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. If this is not your first time tuning in, welcome. So first time as you get welcome, because it's your first time. So now, if this is your first time, we do have rules and regulation, house rules right here. So if you are ready for our show, let me tell you that we have some rules. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 or 4 house rules. 1. If you are here and you see that sign up there, if you're on Facebook, you see that sign up there. If you're on YouTube and you saw the sign that says live, simply mean you are in the live audience. And what do you do when you're in the live audience? You share. Right there. It says share. Simply means you should share it across somewhere down the road, up the road, across social media and invite somebody in so we all could be in the live audience. You never know what could happen in the live audience, right? And then 2, grab yourself a pen, grab yourself a notebook or just a piece of paper to write things down. Why? Because here we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets. And the more you write, it's the more it becomes reality. So we want you to write. I encourage you to just write. And 3, grab yourself something to drink. Yes, grab yourself something to drink. I don't know what is it that you drink. Maybe water, wine, tea, juice, soda, beer. I don't know. But I tell you what, Jesus turned water into wine. So I do have water. So I'm going to keep watching my water because I never know what will happen. And I do believe in miracles. So anything can happen to my water. But whatever is it that you drink, go ahead, get it, drink it, and just quench your thirst. Hydration is the key. Drink for me, right? So that's that. And 4 or maybe 3.5, whatever it is, go to the bathroom and come back. And when you come back, your seat will be reserved right here in the front. And when you come back, you can just type right there in the comment section that you are ready, because if you are ready, then we are ready to turn the heat out up right here on the Question Live Show. Type it in and let me know that you are ready. Welcome, Georgia, welcome. Now, if you're ready, type it in there that you're ready so we could roll right into this Thursday off the Question Live Show, where we are going to be talking about Single with a Desire. So now our guest tonight is my brother. And I might have to say this almost in Spanish, Saint Dios. Or I'll let him pronounce it himself. I'll let him pronounce it himself, but I have to work on my Spanish accent because I think that's Spanish. So it's my brother as I bring him to you. Here he is, my brother. Welcome.
Hey Queen, how are you?
I'm doing quite well, fabulous as fabulous can be. I just love Thursday.
Thank you so much for bringing me to the show, Queen Verona. And you had
Yeah.
it right, actually. It's Saint Dios. But if you do want to say it in Spanish, you can say Santo Dios.
Oh,
Ah,
okay. He said it. He said it. Okay. He said it in Spanish. That's that. That's it. My Spanish don't come out too right sometimes. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it
oh, you had it
don't.
right. You had it right.
So
Either
I'd
way, it's
like
Dios
to
in
ask my
Spanish.
guests a very. The show is called the question. So there's always one question that I ask my guests: How are you doing? Truthfully.
Um, I am doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking. I first off want to say again, thank you so much for bringing me to the show. Now, for those of you who never actually ran across my face on social media and on our TV, I am Ultima de la Jefe, Faraón Saint Dios. Okay, I am
Look,
an actor, an
take
artist, and I'm also a
it, God.
model. So, check me out. You can, find me on all streams. I'm on Instagram, Saint Dios 267. That's SaintDios 267. Uh, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm currently here right now, and it's a dangerous, fun, and lovely city. I say dangerous because it's always polarities. There's no city of brotherly love without the equal amount of danger too, right? But I've been doing music for approximately 2 years now, going on a third year. Um, I love it. Actually moved into acting. I actually did a movie called Love by True Love Entertainment. So shout out Antoine Blount. You can find Antoine Blount on Instagram as well at Antoine Blount. But I'm running into so many like-minded, beautiful creators, just like Queen Verona, that sees the vision in co-branding, that sees the vision in just being an amazing person and looks at everything spiritually and goes for the real, right? Because ain't that what we here for today? The real, right? So I don't know how many people in the chat right now are single, but we're gonna get into some real deep, juicy stuff. So yeah, stay tuned, everybody. It's here. Are you free or no?
Hey! And that, there you go. Audience, there you have it. And I'm telling you tonight, if you don't have something to drink, I am going to give you this. There you go. He got his. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to do like this. And I'm going to watch my glass. Because if you
Yeah.
can see, that's clear. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to my glass of water. This is water, audience. This is water.
Water is good for the soul.
Ha! Uh, uh,
So is wine.
water. That's water. But like I said, Jesus turned water
Yes,
into
he
wine.
did.
So I don't know what's going to happen to my water. So let's see. I should just
That,
keep it and just look at it.
that.
My brother, hey, let us dive right into the juicy stuff of being single, because this is the
Yeah.
series, Single with a Desire. That is where our headline is, Single with a Desire. So I'd like to ask this first question. Um, what is it that you desire?
Now, I can put my desires in multiple different forms, right?
Give it.
So essentially, in regards to a relationship right now, I don't desire one. Um, I actually like being single, right? Being able to give myself the focus that I need to move forward, and when it's time for me to be able to correlate with another person, I can be like, all right, all of my points are on point, right? All of my T's are crossed, all of my I's are dotted. Um, but that's just my views. Now, a lot of different men look at it differently, right? But then again, you have to also think about being in a relationship. It's about two people. So I always try to make sure that, I desire the best things possible so that my partner can also desire the best things possible as well. And that's supposed to be shared mutually. Now, on a personal level, I just desire greatness. I desire to love over everything, right? Love from all beings. That's just what I personally desire. Now you can put that in the form of the relationship with anything, but I feel as though that also brings more love to me in regards of Like when women come in, like they notice my energy, but it's like that's probably because of my personal desires too, right? So a lot of guys out there say, if you get the money, you're gonna get the girl. You know what I mean? The money equals the girl. But then again, it's not always like that. Because I really don't care for money. I just knowledge is wealth, real, real. So, I just continue to just be great in every way possible. But I love being single. I gotta say it again. I love being single. I do. I freaking love it.
Hello. And a lot of men, you know what? I salute you because before we even go anywhere, before we even go any further, I salute you. I salute you. I appreciate it. I salute you like deep. Like I salute you. Like,
Thank you.
bro, King. Yeah, I salute you.
I really appreciate it. Like,
You
not too
know,
many people look at me. They look at me like, oh man, you getting older, man. It's about that time for you to move on and uh, settle back down again. I'm like, wait, time out. You keyword again. Hmm.
again,
Hmm.
no, no, because sometimes you can't press that again button. Like, no, no, and I love it. You're a man that said that you love being single. Like, how often do we hear this? We don't really hear men say, "Oh, I love being single."
I do. Uh, Not only do I get to really, I don't have anybody telling me, all right, so you gotta do this now, you gotta do that now, because I can really do that on my own. I was raised by a good mom, right? I was raised by a good father. My father taught me how to treat women, and my mother taught me how to move around and know what type of woman is the type of woman that I'm looking for. Now, that's a whole nother question too in my part of my singleness. I'm searching for a woman that can actually do things the way that my mother showed me that things are supposed to be done, right?
Like,
But that's a whole nother conversation, like being able to manage her own accounts, being able to be an independent great queen, being able to be a creator at the same time, and support me, right? To be able to notice when us guys get down too, right? We might not show our emotions the same way as women, right? But we still need that extra push. I feel as though a great woman will push her man in the right direction. And I've seen a great example of that my whole life to this day with my mother, and she's a great woman. And I want to actually shout out all of the queens. I know I'm a guy on the show that's talking about us guys being single, but shout out to
listen, go
y'all
right
queens out
on.
there. Shout out to all y'all queens out there because it ain't no guy without no woman. Facts.
That right there. That right here. And this is what the space is about. Don't you limit yourself here. Say it, say it, say it. You got to celebrate the queens. The queens say, hey, we celebrate you. We celebrate you. Like I said, I celebrate you, you celebrate me, we celebrate each other. We good to go.
Facts. You already know.
Because the whole point is if we don't celebrate each other, and for us, first of all, for us to celebrate each other, simply mean we already celebrated ourselves. We already acknowledge ourselves and knowing who we are. That's why we can celebrate each other and celebrate the next person in the same format of how we celebrate ourselves because we're image of each other.
Facts.
We're a straight up image. Like if I think I am beautiful, then I'm gonna think you're beautiful. Is that straight? Is that a straight?
Well, some guys might. All right, all right, all right. For
Go
all the
ahead.
there's different type of guys out there. Some guys might take it to the super offensive. I'm not beautiful. I'm handsome, right? So you know what I mean. But I do know I'm pretty. I call myself pretty handsome.
All things bright and
I'm pretty
beautiful.
handsome. 'Cause I have qualities from my mother and qualities from my father. So I can't knock the pretty qualities, beautiful qualities from my mother. And it's still
You're
in me.
beautiful. You're beautiful. Like I said, I could tell. And I don't hold my mouth back. If a man is beautiful, I'm going to say, "Sir, you're beautiful."
Thank you.
I'm going to sit right there like,
Greatly
"You're
appreciate it.
beautiful." I'm going to stop you like, "Bro, I just want to let you know that you're beautiful. You're a beautiful man. You're a beautiful
Thank you.
king." I am going to acknowledge that. And you are beautiful. Like you're just beautiful.
Thank you.
Like Audience, if you agree with me, you can just put it in. You can put it in the comment section that this is a beautiful brother right here. I don't know what you're talking about. Mhm. So, men, if you are out there, I am going to acknowledge you and tell you that you're beautiful because all things bright and beautiful and everything was created beautifully. Thank you. Yeah, I made up words about your handsome and all that stuff. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the limited beliefs that men are taught. You know, men get these teaching that they
Oh
should.
man, it's a lot of things that men teach, and I can't give out everything now.
Don't give out everything, but give me
I
the
can't
part
give out
about men should
everything,
not cry. Give me the part about
man.
that.
I was like, all right, so most of us guys, we got a whole bunch of pride and ego with us that's not gonna really let us give all the emotion off. But then again, you gotta realize that, man, we had, yeah, right, good talk. But all right, how can I'm gonna put this in my words the best way that I can put it.
Please.
We love y'all women to the death, but when it comes to the bro code, it has to be held. Uh, I was watching an Instagram reel today, and it was like literally about the same thing. A guy was asked the question, "Hey, bro, if it came down to cheating on your girlfriend, and or telling on your bro, which one would you do?" He said, "Damn, I'm sorry, babe, I would have to cheat on you." And the girlfriend was like, we on camera right now, I'll punch you." She was right at his situation, but hey, I mean, sometimes it comes down to that. But it's the same thing on the other side. Y'all, the females have they code within their sisterhood that won't be broken, and it's never will. Um, so that's why I like to call it the polarities that really can't be changed. Um, which are the same on both sides, and I don't really understand why it's been this feud like man versus woman forever, like a man thing or a woman thing where we both do the same things on the other side. Like now we got a phrase called pillow talk, and it's like you'll be surprised how many guys go home and tell everything to their woman, and you be like, then when you find out, because they woman might know your woman or something, you be like, hold on, and you might hear just listen to the conversation amongst each other in public, and you like, wait, time out, how the heck she knows that? Or she was, oh, my man was must been talking to her all crazy. See, it's a lot of things that happen, but man, it's like, how can I really? It's hard to actually explain it, right? And
Why?
that's the
Why you think
beauty
it's
of
so
it.
hard?
Because again, at this very moment, I'm upholding bro code, right? See, this code goes very deep, but I can still give
Break
off
the
certain things.
code.
That's See,
Break the code.
I never, yo, I made a song called Code Breaker before. See, I'm gonna break up. I'm gonna give you a key. And I'm gonna allow everybody to formulate their own system to break the code,
All right.
right? See, because women have a lot of power, and a lot of men fail to really narrow in on what's going on when it's happening, right? So I don't even have to break the code right now because women break the code every single day with pure instinct and intuition, and I've been through it, so I know. And, right? I had a situation where I tried to lie to this woman. She was a very beautiful woman, and I had my own reasons for lying, right? Just because it's a lot of different things that's in society right now. Like a man with children, I am one. Um, no, I do not doubt my children, but it was like a one night stand situation. I didn't really expect to see this woman again, right? I'm in a different state, right? Different folks, different vibe, different woman, different life. Frigate. I'm in it to win it. So we was all just chilling, doing our smoke thing, drinking, eating, having a good time. We went to dance, casino time, spent a little money, won a little money. Oh. So when money is won and everybody's feeling great, vibes is already set. It's cash and alcohol in it around. So one thing led to another. Of course, everyone know how this story goes. I did lie to her. I told her that I didn't have any children, right? Come to find out later on, she seen me in the mall with my children. Boom. And I'm like, I was with my baby mother. And it was like, it just got real awkward. It was like, mind you, me and my baby mother is not together. But it was just like, we ran into each other. Boom. Like, for all the beautiful queens that are baby mothers, we don't just look at you as baby mothers. You are queens. So don't misinterpret my words when I'm talking about these things. But it's only some, mind you, I'm from Philly too, so there's a certain slang that I push off that is, think of it like a accent. Um, but yeah, like it was wild. My baby mom, she was, even with not being together, she's automatically like, if it's kid time, family time, it is family time. Leave all that other stuff away, right? So it was
Yeah.
got awkward quick, and the woman, she just looked at me with disgust. And later on, she contacted me like, "Oh yeah, so I thought you didn't have no kids. Da, 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 da. I've been looking for you." I'm like, "You've been looking for me? Wait, I didn't give you my number. We connected through Instagram, sliding the DMs and stuff. You know, that's another all right, the DMs.
Stop,
I didn't do the DMs.
stop jumping in women's DM, men. Men, stop jumping in women's
No,
DM. They're not
she
inviting you in there.
she slid off a chariot into my DM, direct
Stop
message.
sliding in the DMs. Okay, that causing some issues.
It's not just the guys sliding the DMs. Ladies sliding DMs too.
I'm speaking on the ladies behind.
But yeah, everybody's equally guilty for sliding DMs. As long as if you don't have social media, then you don't have it. But that's just one situation, right? That lying thing is like, oh my gosh. So it's certain things that I guess her intuition told her to be there at that one place at that one time. I don't know what it was, but she figured it out. And she clearly was looking for me, and she eventually found me.
And she found you.
And she figured it out. So again, I can give you a little key just through what I'm saying.
Give us a key.
I am, as I'm talking.
Look, we know how to break down the door. Okay? Just to let you know that. We know how to break down the door. But we want you to give us the key. Because when we break the door down, that's kind of like forced entry.
How about this? Like me just giving you a little keen insight on my experience will just be that key, right? That is that key because I'm a guy that's been through a lot of different. Well, I can't say I've been through a lot of stuff. I just had a lot of great experiences. I'm gonna put it that way. Great experience, as men would call great experiences, right? Because it's different views on great experiences, y'all. Well, what that mean?
Whatever, however y'all want to define it. Y'all want
to the woman, so I can say to them too, right?
You call it great experience?
Yeah, hell of
it. Okay, look.
But
audience, y'all know how I do. Y'all be seeing me bopping my head because I'm writing stuff down. That's what y'all don't understand.
But every experience wasn't a great one.
All right.
Some were satisfactory.
All right.
And all didn't, and don't get me confused, all didn't involve sex.
Right.
Some were just a nice date, chilling, going out. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it is when you're dating someone, especially if you're with someone for a long time and then you're finally single. Oh yeah, you want to just.
I like that when you're finally single. When you're finally single, okay.
It's like it's all like, boom, the shackles are off, Django Unchained. Yeah, it's like you're just running wild. You've been let loose. It's not like you broke free. You've been let loose. Because that's how it happens half of the time. Either a guy gets fed up and he frees himself, or you're just let loose. And it's like letting loose is the best one. Because breaking free comes with drawbacks, The breaking free part now you got crazy people coming after you. They might not be all the way. It's best to be let free. Let that be known, ladies. We like to be. Well, all men aren't big boys.
Yeah, let us know what men like.
I'm a very mature man. Some men aren't as mature as others. I'm a mature man, so you can just Tell me the truth. Let me know so I can actually know how to formulate my next move and be out. Right? I don't want to stick around if we're not going to all benefit. Like I said in my song, if we're moving forward, let's just move forward and make it lucrative. Right? That's what I say in one of my songs or poems. You can call it, but either way, it's the same thing. If we moving forward, let's keep it lucrative because I don't have a. Either we're gonna most even when you get together in a marriage is like paper paper wise. You sign it with the state. It's like that's like a literal business that you're forming with each other
It
anyway.
is it's like a transaction.
Yeah, it's a trans. We can make transactions without the paperwork now.
Paperwork. So you
So
you just mentioned the word mature. Well, define in your own words the difference between grown and mature because a lot of men are grown but they're not mature.
easy. All right. So for example, this is just a regular hypothetical. Say for example, you have a 60-year-old man looping the same cycle, um, looking for the same thing for 40 years, not trying to change or even notice the change in himself, but just stagnant in the past and the present, but not looking at the future. And that's a dangerous thing for a man. We grow every day as men.
Uh-huh.
Uh, we learn a lot and develop a lot with the time, unlike you queens that have that mental prowess earlier, that gain that mental prowess, normally gain that mental prowess earlier than us, takes us a bit longer. Um, I'm not speaking the physical, I'm speaking the mental or the cognitive.
Yes.
That's why they say women mature much faster than men. This is scientifically proven. If not, you can do your own research, audience.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually a proven fact, and I believe it.
About
Just
10
by
years.
viewing, yeah, right. But I noticed it, and it's like, but this. Think about that example of that. What did I say? 60 or 80-year-old man? 60. 60-year-old man that since he was 20 just had that same idea on life.
Yeah.
Now, there's a tale about men, and this can be used for women too, but it's by Earl Nightingale. He's one of the great speakers, and he talks about success, right? He's a creator as well. He talks about success for men at that time, primarily. He was a poor guy, but he talked about out of 100 men, how many men will equal success. And again, in society right now, success equals that happiness, no matter if you're single or not, but especially when you're single, right? The goal normally is to be a rich bachelor, right? So that then you can then choose to do whatever you want, and that's almost in every society, right? The American dream. Then after you attain that, you get the family, the children, the blah, whatever. But me, I just want to keep it organic, right? I'd rather be in a single relationship with whatever I want to do, or if I choose, like I said, whatever I want to do, because I can choose whatever. I can choose to be in an open relationship. I can choose to be in a relationship. I can choose to stay. What is single?
What is I was about to ask you that. You said a single
Ah,
relationship. What does that even mean? See, I was waiting for you to finish to jump right in there
yeah.
to ask you, what does that even mean? What is a single relationship?
A single relationship is something open where this is very new too, and well, it might not be new.
Let me come up a
It
little
might
bit
not be
closer.
new.
Let me get my drink. Hold on. Go ahead.
This might not be actually a new thing, but this we're just open where both parties can
Audience,
do
are
what
you
they please.
listening? Let me come a little bit closer. Go ahead.
That's a dangerous situation though, where both audience do what they please. Well, not audience, yeah, both parties rather, where
Uh-huh.
both parties can share their own audience, right? They can do whatever they want, but they
Uh-huh.
communicate. It's still certain things there. You got because nowadays you have diseases and all types of stuff. Now we got to think about that. Now let's talk about that, people. Right?
Talk about
If
it.
you know what I'm talking about, you can put it in the chat. Don't be scared now.
Put it, listen,
I
audience, jot your question, your comments,
have you
whatever it
ever been
is,
in an open
right
relationship?
here. Let's roll
Have
it
you ever
in
been in an
tonight.
open relationship? Do you know what an open relationship is? Now, open relationship might be different to different people too. Now, right? Because depending on the culture, it's open already, right? In certain cultures, Open relationships are built upon status and or religion and status. So when you go around the world, things change. But and here in America, let's just talk about America
Yeah,
now.
let's talk about right here.
Or like we could talk about anywhere in America, the Caribbean, it's all the same.
Yes.
The surrounding islands, even in the United Kingdom, if you're calling in from UK, it's the same there, right? Let's be real, Canadians. Let's be real, Americans. Is it wrong to see someone else while you're dating someone?
What?
Ah, I'm gonna ask it again. Is it wrong to see someone else while you're dating someone? Another question I like to ask myself, but I'm also asking the audience. How
Yeah.
many people should you date at one time?
How many people should you date at one time?
Huh?
3?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying
you
that
were
sounds like
right
a
though.
number.
You were right though. I
But
did it.
then,
It was
but
a
then we're
limit
gonna
on
ask, what does dating mean? What does dating even mean?
a
What does
date.
dating even
Just means
involve?
it's
I'm
that
still trying
sharing
to
of
get this
energy.
answer.
That sharing of energy. Well, for me, as a guy, it's that sharing of energy. It's not always sexual.
Right?
It's but it's positive, sometimes negative energy.
Right?
Because there's no negative without the positive. It's bound to be an argument, and sometimes that argument can be sexy. That argument might turn you on like, oh, she a strong woman. Hold on. You're like, hold on, I can't do
You're like,
whatever
wait
with
a
her.
minute. You're like, wait a minute now. Hold on. That was that
Like you
intention.
said, what? You said what? I
That
said
was
what?
that intention.
It happens, right? It happens, and that's the beauty of what we call dating.
Yeah, because
Being
I'm still
able
gonna
to
get it.
share that dating is being able to share that experience with someone that you choose to.
Okay.
And they used to call it courting in an older time.
Mm-hmm.
For y'all, as we call old heads, that's like
Hey.
70 and up. Y'all 70 and up. Old heads. Yeah, we
Mm.
did baby boomers. We called it. Y'all called it courting. Now we call it dating. Whatever you want to call it. Um, it's a step down from marriage. You can say it's not
Dating.
quite. Yeah, if you want to, let's chart it, right? Let's chart the levels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So nowadays you got just talking, right? Let's break it down,
Let's break it
ladies
down,
and
because
gentlemen.
that's the thing. Come on,
Talking,
brother. Chop chop.
talking.
People,
We got talking.
get
Now
step one.
talking is just yeah. Step one, that's phase one. You just talking. You know what I mean? This is right after the glance. You bag each other, supposedly, quote unquote, bag each
Mm-hmm. Get
other,
your number.
right? You
Hello.
got the number. We talking for a minute. Anything can happen while talking, right? Because you never know. Energy is being shared. You feeling each other out, right? It could be as far from a kiss all the way down to a touch. And sometimes talking can even involve sex. Now, once it start involving sex, then you become almost it's a level below friends with benefits. You are acquainted with benefits, but you still talking. That's in between talking though. You can put that in like parentheses, right? Acquainted with benefits, right?
So why we can't
Then
just talk? Why we can't just talk? Why we have to?
that's talking because that's talking with the sex. Now, sex brings different energy, right? It's a lower
Sex is a
vibrating.
whole different energy. Like
It is.
you have sex. That sex mean you going into a whole different world.
You are.
You transfer a whole different energy. You taking on my energy. I'm taking on your energy. We become one. Like we share it.
Literally.
Like,
Yeah, literally. So now
so
you
why we can't
acquainted.
just talk? How long? Wait. So how long should you be talking to a person before you start having
It's
sex?
no it's no
There's no
time limit,
limit.
like I said. There's no time limit. That could be on some people it all depends on the situation, right? It's some that can be in one day, it can be in a week, it can be in 3 days. Some women got their own preferences. Some men make it their own mission to break their preference. I mean, hey, we've played games. Now I can talk about this so openly. I remember when we
Wait.
was young. When we was younger, we used to go play a game where we knew it was like women that was like so untouched. They tried to act like they was so untouchable in school, like in high school, and we was like, all right, we gonna crack down. And this was amongst us guys, right? Like
Mm-hmm,
we gonna
mm-hmm.
crack down on them. We gonna get them, and we made a bet on it. And whoever got them fast enough. You know, they was all on they. Oh yeah, we not gonna talk to them. If we talk to them, we gotta get them 30 days. And they not getting no panties or whatever. Man, dudes was getting the panties in a day. It's all about your ways. I mean, some guys might have a swag. They might not be that good looking, but they got some money. They gonna buy or something. They're like, all right, we gonna get this, right? So everybody got they methods and everything. Me, I'm a smooth talker. Uh, I like to, you know what I'm saying, use my personal appearance, my connections, and how my poise as a king. I don't know. I use nature law to the form of how can I? I don't want to give it all out, but I'm gonna. You know what? Freak it.
Give it.
I am here. I am here tonight. I use the laws
Listen,
of
you're
attraction.
already here. So,
I use the laws of attraction, simply
okay. Okay.
when it comes to that explicitly,
Okay.
because I can't help but do it because it pushes off naturally. So why suppress it,
Okay.
right? I'm a
Yeah.
Taurus. That's my sign. So if anybody is astrologically inclined to that knowledge, yes,
Mm-hmm.
I use the laws of attraction just like Gemini's and some other
Mm-hmm.
signs. So I can't help but to use my laws of attraction. However, I do suppress parts of my suaveness because I know I can be quite conniving. I slow myself down now,
Good.
me personally. But let's get back to it. We used to play this game and we did whatever we want to these women, these young women. When I say whatever we want was like we knew what their rule was, and we just did everything that we could to break that, right? So that could be a reason why some guys have such of a hard time now, like to get to these certain women because they learned all the games, they know the tricks, they know the tricks to the trade already. They not getting tricked again, and that happened when they was younger, right? Um, that's not for everybody, but that's for some. Now, some guys, I will be honest, it was some guys they never succeeded. Now, those guys are out there. Don't try to fraud, y'all.
Y'all
I
guys
even got
out there, y'all know yourself.
them times too. It was a few women that was like, "Yeah, you're not my type. You cute." I'm like, "I'm cute. Man, that's a puppies is cute." I'm like, "What you mean I'm cute? I'm handsome. I look good, shorty. What you talking about?" She's like, "Yeah, you do know that I like you, but you're not my type. You too light." I'm like, "Oh, my bad." I mean, she wanted somebody darker. I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. That's fine by me, right?" But everybody got their preferences, so it's all about the laws of averages. Now I'm speaking in marketing terms for going out and dating or courting or just trying to find another person to spend your time with. That's
What's
the
your
best
time?
way I can put. That's the best way I can put dating. Another way to spend your time with, but with another person to date someone to use your time. That's why it's called a date, right? Let's use the wordplay. Let's break this wordplay down. A date.
I like it. I like it. Because I break the words down too.
Oh, I know you do. So
I
I
break
might
some
not
stuff
do it as
down.
well as you, but I'm gonna do it. You feel me? Like Nike. Let's break this down, just like how I tried to break the ladies down, because I was a single man and I was like a lion mixed with a cobra. I was a dragon. I was a dragon in the field, a lion and a cobra together.
Ooh.
I would slither and then use the lioness around me. Like I was sharp. Like I would, even if I would, now to the blocking girlfriends out there, and I mean girlfriends, I mean friends of the girls that we trying to get with. And y'all know y'all be out there blocking. Y'all be like, oh, don't be with him. He one of them. Da, 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 da. He a F boy. Y'all know what y'all call us, right? I'm not one of them, by the way. But had to put that out there. But y'all, when I say us, I mean us men. Y'all know how y'all try to carry it with us. To y'all, I must say this: go out there and just find happiness. To the guys that try to do the same thing that y'all feel as though that woman is y'all best friend, right? And y'all trying to block us. Go out there and find a woman or whatever your preference is, and be happy. Because guess what? If you keep trying to chase that best friend of yours or that girlfriend of yours, it's not gonna work out. You're gonna be unhappy unless it's just meant for y'all in the universe to be around each other and together forever. All right, be happy. But it used to be like women that try to get in my way, and I was like, master of the battlefield. It was like actual warfare. Think about it like warfare out there. Trying to get a spouse. It is actually like warfare, even
It
in
is a
nature.
warfare. The
It
struggle is
is.
real
It's
for
not
some
even a
people.
struggle on my end.
It's
Think
certainly
about
for
it like
some,
a
I said
nation.
for some people, the
Yeah.
struggle is
It's
real.
like small nations. Like, you know what I mean? They don't got enough resources and or military strength to like to get by. Like you gotta have the military strength and the resources along with the brains because when I mean military strength, I mean you be strong enough to take another strong woman because a strong woman can shoot some hella crazy stuff back your way. And then you be like,
Strong
you
woman
won't know
don't
how to
do.
handle it. So you can be strong then, right? First of all. Then had of the prowess to be able to handle everything else around that woman because a strong woman comes with strong people around her, a strong circle. That's you really don't want
Absolutely.
to you don't want to break that circle, and that's the problem. That's why I was such of a genius in the battlefield. I wouldn't break the circle. I would matriculate in, into it.
See, it
So
really
I
came like
wouldn't
Barbara.
right. So now
Slid
I
on
can
yourself.
orchestrate things. Like yeah, so
Slither on in there.
for example, it was a girl I liked so much. Her name was Lexus. I'm not gonna put her last name out there, but I dated her for a while, a few months. Right, we dated. It was like a cute little high school thing. It was cute, puppy love. Um, I wanted to find out. Her sister wouldn't tell me because her sister went to the school too. She wouldn't tell me nothing that she really liked because she was dating one of my friends, right? And we both played for the same baseball team, so it was like we would, of course, we talked about it. But she was dating one of my friends and everything, and it was like yo, I like Lexus. Like, you know what I'm saying, I want to know what she liked though, because I took her out to eat. Like, I knew what she liked to eat. Like, I knew what she got into. I knew her as a person. We was dating. I already matriculated her into my schedule. She knew people I knew people she knew. Right, so that part was done. But I wanted to know a little bit more. I'm like, what type of jewelry does she like? What's her wrist size? Her ring size? I'm getting deep now. Right. I was thinking way far beyond my time. Right. This was high school. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, everything was sturdy, but at the time, my mind was getting to a place that we all know, fellas, that's golden, especially as a teenager. And I was a teenager at the time. So I'm starting from that age, and I'm gonna lead into my adulthood because that's where it all starts, fellas. It all starts with your start, which determines your pace, where you end up. But anyway, remember the story of that 60-year-old dude that I was talking about, right?
Yes.
Now let's get back to my example. So I'm like, yo, what does she like? What is she trying to do when she gets older so I can know how to tailor my gifts, how to tailor my conversations, right? I invested my time and my thought into her. I it was times that I real life meditated the whole because I'm used to graduating valedictorian and being at the top of my class always throughout school. So I was never really worried about academics at all. I was focused on sports and her at the time, right? Period, exclusively. Home didn't even matter because that was like when I went home, I already knew everything to do. I had that locked schedule. Um, so it's like she was my focus,
Yes.
undivided, exclusive focus. Why? Not only was she beautiful, she was hard to get. That was a big factor. She was the most hard to this day. And I was a teenager. Now I'm almost 30. So
She's still playing hard to get.
I'm saying to this day, she was the hardest woman to get in my book.
Oh. Oh.
Like
Why you think
to
that
be,
was so?
I never, you know why I say that? Because I never accomplished my goal.
That
And
right there.
I
That
know
right.
why. I know why now.
Why?
Of course, time tells. Uh, she doesn't like men.
Okay. That explain that.
but that took time. That took like mad years later. But you got to think as a teenager at the time, she still did. Like who knows? She still might. I don't know. I'm not in this woman's head. A woman's mind is amazing. I don't know, but that's what it was. I found out later, but it was like that's was the that woman. That
She
woman
put
was
up a
amazing.
resistance.
She wasn't resist. She let me in. Like we was dating, right? That's why I'm like, what's dating, right? That's why I said
That's what
don't all
okay. So
everything.
no. So
Yeah,
what you mean by you dated her? You went
we did.
out. You had sex. What you
We
did with
talked.
her?
No, we didn't have. We never had sex.
Also,
We
you
went out
just
on
went out
dates.
to have
We
something
kissed
to
and all that. We
eat.
kissed and all that. We touched each other and all that. Yeah, cool. But we never had oral or or any vaginal sex. That was never happening. And I admit that as a man, I don't never lie on y'all penises, y'all. That's man code. Y'all drawing if y'all doing that. Don't do that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Females who don't lie on y'all vaginas. We not gonna be adults and we mature adults, so we don't do that. Yeah, I never hit. I never hit. So, and another reason why I respect that woman is for that reason because I tried my hardest. I bought jewelry. I,
You're like, listen here, girl. I'm trying everything that I got here.
I tried my absolute hardest, and I pulled out all the stunts. I even arranged it where it was times where we both got off school early. I had it all set up. I knew my parents wouldn't be home, like stuff like that. Stuff where I knew where I could get
Man,
another woman, a young lady, to come over. I was like, man, look, listen, my parents not home, man. Take one bus to get home, girl. And I went to a high school where we can go outside for lunch. They let us out for lunch. We didn't have to wear uniforms, so we could easily blend in and get up out of there. Boom. Especially if we had a job or something like that. And most of us did. I had my own job and stuff, so it was easy. It was real easy to do certain stuff at a certain point in time, and it was like, it was me experiencing life as a young man growing into adulthood. Now this is where all started for me in them early teenage years. I started working when I was 13. So I had money in my pocket. Even before I started working, I had money in my pocket because of my allowances and stuff. So I was always able to afford my lunch and another's lunch. So I could take out no matter what female I wanted to on a lunch date, any day I wanted to. So think about the freedom of that. I had about like hundreds, almost hundreds of females to choose from freshman to senior. And I had the prowess to be able to bag upperclassmen as well too because I had family that was upperclassmen, so it made it even easier to matriculate into older crowds, right? So shout out to my big cuz. Um, you know what I mean. You know what it is. I mean, that's my OG man. But yeah. So Amin was there. He was a good sports player and a smart person. So they called me Biz at the time. I've been called Biz since like middle school because I always knew everybody's business, right? They even used to call me Biznito because me being Benito the Blessed One, I always knew they business. So I was like, I could orchestrate things if I wanted to. I'm like a tactician. As long as it was easy to orchestrate certain things. Easy. They was like, yo, Biz, why you always got a different female? Chill. Why you always in my business? Right? Because I'm living my life and I'm trying to experience what I want. So now, as an adult,
curiosity,
huh?
curiosity.
No, I wasn't curious because I knew I knew what they had in between their legs. I knew what they had. Well, I was learning their amazing minds, but I was always quiet as a child, and I listened to my siblings. I listened to my cousins. I listened to everything.
Okay.
So I even listened to the adults around me. That was one of my qualities. I sit back and listen. So I knew what was going on. I knew what could potentially go through, right? And this is another thing I need to talk about in regards to that desire, right? We talked about being single, right? But we didn't talk about that desire that much. I want to bring out a little bit of where that desire comes from. That
Yes.
desire. Because people get different reasons to be single, but why? What gives them that desire to be single? It
Why?
could
Yeah,
be
exactly.
the normally it's the quest for vagina, and I'm gonna be 100% blunt about that.
Mm,
How you grow up determines your desire for it. If you know how to get it and it's not that deep to you, you might not desire it as much. You might desire something more practical like money or religion, or it could be whatever that's offered to you, right? That, you know what I mean? Like some
yeah,
guys that worry about schooling, robotics, whatever it is, right? But they put that to the front and then wind up getting into that dating, quote unquote, dating life later. So the desire determines the level of where you look to relate in your life with other people. Um, now we have to ask, what is desire? Desire is that burning sensation that you feel inside of yourself that makes you, well, rather compels you to do what you do when you relate with another being. I have a choice to
yes,
even speak to a person, let alone become one with one. I have a choice to pick up this phone call and say, wow, that woman is so beautiful. Let me um, go introduce myself or get her number. Then I had a choice to pick up that phone call and call that woman after I do successfully do so, right? But it's because I had that desire to do it. That gut, some people call it a gut feeling, right? Whatever y'all want to call it what y'all want to call it, y'all. But we gonna call it desire tonight. This is what it is because
yes,
that's what
because
it is.
that's the
That
term we're
desire.
using, desire.
That's what it is. I desire a strong woman. That's why I'm single. I desire an intelligent woman. That's why I'm single. I desire a beautiful woman now. Everybody says, okay, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Well, with behold it upon my eyes. I desire that, right? All of my likes and dislikes in one woman. Because then again, you got it now. I said likes and dislikes, right? Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Don't be fake now. You know,
Tell
when
the
you looking for
truth.
somebody, you got the likes and you got the dislikes. But some of them
Yes,
dislikes you might like. No man likes a woman talking straight up, talking back, but or cursing them out or whatever. But they might like a woman that's feisty to put them in a place, right? But because we got to think about culture, right?
yeah,
The American culture, man is the manliest man of the household. Da 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 da. I bring home the bacon, but yeah, think about it. It's not like that no more, right? Let's just be real. A lot of women
that's
make
not
way
enough.
more money than men, right? Let's just be real here. So some women run their household.
Yeah. So do you
I don't.
believe in 50-50? In a relationship, they have like the 50-50 rules. Do you believe in that?
Now, while being single, no, no, one
Okay.
hundred,
And
one
if in
hundred.
a
While
relationship, you
being,
believe in that?
it's pure choice. Now, even if I'm single and I'm dating somebody, it's my choice if I want to pay for their stuff. So essentially, as we're going out, you paying for your own stuff. I'm paying for my own stuff. I can choose to buy you a drink. I can choose to pay for your whole meal and a drink if I want to. But let's wait and see how this date goes. Right? It's about the energy that we're sharing because the money that I'm spending is currency too.
Right.
It's just a different form of energy.
Right.
I
Because
can I
money
can
is
say
energy.
before it's time before the date's up. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, pay my check and roll, and just leave it there to pay for your food. And I've done it before. And she called me later on whatever form. Oh, oh, you not right for that. You not good. You so drawling, da 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 da. Or drawling means anything, y'all, but drawling means you corny or you a bad
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a bad man for having a bad experience. You gave me a bad experience. That's like me going to the barber shop, someone messing up my hairline and then paying for it. What? That's like a woman going to the beauty salon and they cutting off more hair than they wanted to want it cut, trimmed, and then having to pay for it. What? That's insane. That's like buying a new apartment, finding out that you have an infestation of bugs, but you're still gonna pay your rent. Insane. I'm not gonna pay for. I'm not paying for your dinner. You're not first. You're beautiful, but you're like a doorknob. Like I'm trying to talk about. This woman didn't understand nothing. Like only thing she could understand was Cardi B, like loving hip hop and stuff. I'm looking. I told you. Remember, I said I'm looking for that intelligence in a woman too.
Yeah.
I'm looking for everything in one. Just like how the same thing they want a man. Women want a man that can provide, that's going to be strong, that's going to be a little emotional to take their emotions, that's going to be able to, like. I'm like, oh my god! But I can't look for everything. I want a woman that got big, beautiful breasts, a beautiful smile. She don't gotta have the biggest butt. That thing gotta be there. Like she gotta have some sexy legs. She gotta have some beautiful hair. It don't gotta be long. It ain't gotta be short, but it gotta be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she gotta be into. I want everything physical too. I want you know what I mean, and I want the mental. Then I want the spiritual. Now
Yeah.
that's the final part,
Spirituality is very important. That's very, very important now because you need to
and
have
that's
that spiritual connection now.
and that's where it normally goes south nowadays because of religion, right? You have the big barriers normally, and also with culture. Like you have some cultures that's like Catholic, like a lot of Latinos, that's Christian
Because
or
spiritual,
Catholic.
listen, first of all, spiritual and religion are two different categories. We want to differentiate that. You don't have to be spiritual. When you're religious, you don't have to be
Correct.
spiritual. Spiritual is a whole different
I know.
category.
I
Okay?
was
The
being
whole,
I
and I
was being
want men to
vague.
get this.
Correct. I was being extremely vague, right? You're correct. So let me rephrase myself. Because of religion, right? I'll talk about spiritualism later. I'm so glad you said that. And pardon my language. Now, it's kind of hard sometimes too when I'm speaking English. I have to remember whose show I'm on, right? I don't have to speak blunt English. I can actually speak deeper. I do apologize for that. Now, because of religion is broken down. But on a spiritual level, you have to be able to connect,
Yeah.
right? If your frequency both frequencies aren't there and you well, sometimes both frequencies don't have to be there. One can uplift the other. And that's why the spiritual is important. But that desire has to be there to be willing to do that. Some
Yes.
people don't want to have to put that time in. Some people want to just find someone equal to them right then and there, or some people actually don't mind putting that time into uplifting and building another person. Now, I like when you ask me, do I want 50-50 in a relationship? Yeah, absolutely. But not all the time. It's a
Okay.
time and place, right? We shouldn't share our bank accounts if it was that situation. Like some women feel as though once you're married or you're in a relationship, your bank accounts are supposed to combine. No, negative. You should be able to both manage your funds separately. However, when it comes down to paying the bills and doing all of the important things, come together equally, right? Come together equally out of your own funds and resources. The next point onto that is when it's like sometimes I might want to treat my woman. No, not sometimes. Definitely. If it's your woman that you're in a relationship with, you're gonna definitely want to spoil her, treat her because that's a quality in men that all women like. I
Yeah.
don't care what woman it is. And if they haven't been spoiled yet, they gonna like they might not show it essentially initially, but they gonna like it deep down inside because a woman is meant to be spoiled. Not all the time
It
because
depends on who she is.
no, every woman is meant to
And
be
and
spoiled a
and
certain way.
and, and how you value her.
Right. I can spoil a woman with my words. It doesn't have to be monetary. Right. That's why
No,
I said it depends on how it is.
it
Right.
goes according to time. It goes according to your energy, your space, all of that. How
Yeah.
you deposit in her and who she is to you. That is the
Yeah.
whole thing. When a woman, when you value a woman, you invest, right? You invest with your time, with your talents, with your love, with your space. You invest in that woman, right? So, and it don't even have to do with sex because you can just invest. Like just gonna give you my space. I'm gonna share my
Right.
space with you. When you share your space
Some
with
people
that
want to share
woman,
space.
oh yes, That's all she's waiting for that because a woman don't really desire a lot, you know. And audience, I'm telling you, we are going to have a part two to this because we're running on time. But we're going to have a part two with this because we're going to bring it back. Okay, we're going to have a part two to this because we're going to pause just because of time. We're not other information because this is juicy stuff right here. So we only got like a couple more minutes to go, and we are going to pause this episode. But we're going to come back. We're going to come back. But a woman don't really desire a lot. They don't really desire a lot.
Okay.
All they want is some form of understanding. They want some listening ears. They just want, because there's a difference between a listener and you hearing what I'm saying. Oh, do you hear what I said? No, but you're listening. So there's a difference between somebody's listening and somebody's hearing what I'm saying. It's when you're hearing a woman, simply mean you're hearing from your heart. Listening, you're gonna like, you talk too much, you talk too much, you talk too much. Because you're listening only from what she's saying by her mouth. But women desire respect. Never lower a woman title to no way, shape, or form. A woman desire respect to the T. When you give a woman respect, oh, be sure you're going to get back to the highest level. Because I think when you do that, she put you up. she kind of like elevates you to a different level. Give women respect. Do not lower a woman no way, shape, or form. We are all queens. We're born in royalty, and we must be acknowledged as queens. And it don't have nothing to do with your culture. It don't have nothing to do where you're from. It's about us. We were born in royalty. And men, until you get this in your head, you must walk around acknowledges that we are queens. And we should be treated as queen. We should be approached as queens. Don't give us all that little snip snappies up when you're approaching us. Learn how to approach a queen. And when you learn to approach a queen, you get royal treatment. And I'm going to pause right there. Because we're going to come back. We're going to bring you back. Only because we're running out of time while we're going to pause this episode tonight. Because we got much to expand here on this topic.
I want to thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank audience too, because we're nothing without the audience. Make sure you go hit that follow button. Okay. Follow.
Follow us for more. Before we go, I'm going to show you, and I just want, give me one word. Give me one word. What? Don't think. Give me the first word that pop in your head about that picture.
You talking about me?
Yes, you. Give
Stunning.
me one word.
Stunning.
You want to see the picture again?
No, stunning.
Get off my screen.
Absolutely stunning. Oh, that's 2 words. Oh man. See, Queen, you can't get me started.
All right. You said we take stunning. So audience, we are going to pause this episode, not because we don't have much to talk about, because we do have much to talk about, and we are going to continue this series, Single with a Desire. It's just because we are rolling with time. Time is important. Time is money. Time is valuable, and we can't take time back. So I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up here today, tonight, this first. We open the door in August just like this. And this is how we're going to roll, okay? So again, I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up. Carl, Paulette, Georgia, Sharon, Cheryl, Arthur Lomac. I want to thank each and every one of you. And for those of you who don't identify yourself in the audience, I can't identify, but I want to thank you all so much for showing up here on this opening of August. Okay, it has been real. And my brother, Saint Dios. Okay, I was trying to say that in Spanish, but again, yeah, just don't mind my Spanish, okay? Yeah, don't mind my Spanish. My brother, before you go, I like to, even though this is one of those off episodes, I like to ask my audience an off question.
Okay.
And your off question is going to be, If they're offering to turn a criminal in a criminal, wait, no, I don't want to ask that. Mm-mm. Don't want to ask that one.
All right, cool.
Which fictional character do you wish to meet?
Which fictional character do I wish to meet? Hmm, that's a very good question because there's a bunch of them. Wow. All right. I would wish to meet the Seer from Marvel. He was like, if I'm not mistaken, Stan Lee's the creator of Marvel. He was like his character, if I'm not mistaken, like an all-seeing God. Um, I would definitely, I would want to speak and meet that dude, that being. That would be awesome.
All right. All
Mm,
right. So with that said,
kind of
do you
weird.
have any final words?
Absolutely. You already know who it is. Otima de la Jefe, Faraón, Santo de Dios. You know where to follow me. IG, SAINTDIOS 267. If you find me on Facebook at DY Pharaoh, you already know who it is. Otima de la Jefe. In English, Saint Dios. In Espanol, Santo de Dios. Otima de la Jefe. Thanks so much, Queen Verona.
All right. So, audience, oh my goodness. It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure showing up here every Thursday. I love when I show up every Thursday because when I show up not only for myself, but I show up for you as well. And when you show up, you don't only show up for yourself, but you show up for us as well. So, again, I just want to say thank you so much for showing up here this Thursday as we open August. Again, if you do have a story, you have a book, work in progress, please bring it on here so we can support each other, grow, and be successful together. Because success cannot be defined by one person. It can only be defined by you and me working together. So let us work together as we move forward into this journey called life. Ah, my brother, there's a seat that's next to me. And because that seat is next to me, it is the guest chair. You are very much welcome to come back here anytime you wish to come back because that
Hey,
is the family chair. Again, peace, blessing, and blessing on your
yes.
journey. And of course, you're now family. So, by all
Thank you, Queen.
means, come back and grace us.
Thank you, Queen.
Thank you all for being here as we're not going to close on the episode. We're just going to pause
Mm.
this episode. Have a great night to each and every one of you. Bye.